Hey everyone, it's Jason, welcome to Red Dragon in Video Allies. This is Witchdoctor Natyli. So she is a troll shaman. So there's her back of her cards. Witchdoctor Troll Shaman. Yeah, she has a fun, interesting little mechanic, which has also been used in another deck as well. It's just kind of the only one that's ever been used twice, but it's I'll explain that when we get there. She's also on the back. I usually don't show off the back of these, but she is the niece of Brewmaster Fenric from set number 3, I believe. It's just kind of cool that we have just more character development, world building in there. Alright, so let's look at what comes in here. So we are going to get a bunch of stuff. We're of course going to get our instruction manual, which will explain how our cards work, and how our deck works, and I'll go over all that as we go through the deck, like I always do. We have our token sheet of coins, fortitude, and alcohol content markers. Keep track of all that for everybody. We have our board here, which has our deck, discard, drink me, fortitude, alcohol content numbers, plus our turn order. So of course we're always going to get one of those. And then she has her special curse tokens. Or they're called debuffs, but I guess they're not all curses. So the hearts are they're pain curses. The cats are power jinxes, and the tankards are mind hexes. So there's a double-sided debuffs that she can play on characters. You're also going to get 4 copies of these double-sided cards. They explain how those work. Basically, she's going to have cards that are going to hand these out to players, and they're going to do different stuff. So I'll get that in just a sec. So we're going to go back a minute to this. So this is pretty generic. It works, though, for what you need it to do. If you buy Character Trove box set number 5, you can get her personal one. Same as any of the other single character boxes, as well as anything produced before set number 5. Everything after set number 5 comes with these from now on, instead of these, generic-y ones, which are really nice. Hers doesn't do anything extra special. Some will have extra borders, tell you where to put decks, or give you different instructions. But yeah, just the actual personalized name thing is kind of nice. The other thing we also can get in set number 5 is the deck dividers, or box dividers. So they work really nice. You can see the name on the top. Also fun because they explain how the game works. Not as in much detail, but they're good reminders. If you've kind of played it or you have an idea, you can flip this over if you keep it with your characters. Just a reminder, oh that's right, that's how this character works. So again, those are in box set number 5 if you want to pick these up. And get the stuff for the extra characters, as well as it's a storage box. You can check out that video if you want to see more on that. Alright, so how does her thing work? Some of Natyli's cards give debuff tokens to other players if they get a pain curse. Immediately after they lose fortitude, losing additional fortitude. If you lose it that way, you return the token. The mind hex, immediately after you gain alcohol, you gain an additional alcohol, return the token. And power jinx. Was debuff is in front of you, reduce all numeric number values by 1 in any action cards you played during your action turn. Yeah, so basically you hand these out to the players when you give them, so you can only hand out 2 at a time. They can stack, so they can get 2 of this one or 2 of this one. But yeah, if they get the pain curse, basically they take an extra damage, and then this goes away. They get the tankard, the mind one, they gain extra alcohol, and if the power one, it just reduces all their numbers by 1. So if they try and do fortitude or alcohol content damage to you, that number is reduced by 1. And now I was saying this has been done before is Otto, who's the automated AI character that came in the Smorgas box. also uses these because he has one of his classes is the Witchdoctor. So he has his own tokens. So you can actually combine these with. You can play that against her if you want. So that's the only ability that's ever been directly re-referenced. Alright, she has a fun little extra thing, because as you can see her picture, she has little dolls of all the different characters, which is really fun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she has her basic cards. We'll go through those quick. 6 copies of Gambling I'm In. Start a round of gambling, or take control a round of gambling. 2 copies of I Raise. Take control a round of gambling. Each player, including you, must ante again. 2 copies of Winning Hand. Take control a round of gambling. The next card to take control must be a cheating card. Tip the Wench. Pick a player. They pay 1 gold to the inn. The Wench thinks you should stop playing with the drinks. Negate a sometimes card that changes the effects of a drink. This includes negate, ignore, split drinks, pass drinks, or alter any drink effects. This card can only be affected by I Don't Think So. 2 copies of Wench. Bring some drinks for my friends. You may play this card during your order a drink phase. Pay 1 gold to the inn, order 2 additional drinks. And then I Don't Think So. Negate a sometimes card. This card can only be affected by another I Don't Think So. And then who does she have on there? That looks like Caitlin, the Pixie, I believe. Caitlin the Pixie Enchanter. Alright, so we have 2 copies of I Like to Make My Troll Swill with the Biggest Spice, and I believe that's a Fenric. They're pick another player, they lose 1 Fortitude and gain 1 Mind Hex. 2 copies of I'm Trying a New Poison Formula, How Is It Working? Pick another player, they lose 2 Fortitude and gain a Power Jinx. 2 copies of Uh-oh, your doll has a loose stitch. Pick another player, they lose 1 Fortitude and gain a Power Jinx. So that is, I believe that's probably Gog. If I'm correct, I might have some of these wrong. I'm going to try and see if I can remember who everyone is. 2 copies of No Wolfric, that's not a Chew Toy, and that's Wolfric and Caitlin. Chewing on a Pookie doll. Pick another player, they lose 2 Fortitude. So here we have need more dolls. So there's just a collection of all the dolls. I'm not going to try and name all of them right now. You creep out the others. Each other player pays you 1 gold. So there is What Am I Doing? You'll see. Pick another player, they gain a Mind Hex. And that is, I don't remember who that one is. I'm not going to look it up right now. He's from one of the earlier sets. Anyhow, we have How Clumsy of Me. That's Gimli there, of course. You give a drink. You are about to drink to another player. 2 copies of Evil Eye. I think that's Fiona up there. You may play this card immediately after you lose Fortitude from a card played by another player. You may not play this card if you reduce that Fortitude loss. That player gains a Pain Curse and a Mind Hex. Oh, whatever. It's not like that hurt you yet. That's Eve. Pick another player. They gain a Pain Curse. 2 copies of Go On Without Me, I'm Already in a Game. I don't remember who either of those are off the top. There's so many characters in this game, I can't possibly remember everybody. You may play this card when you must ante. Instead of anteing, you leave a round of gambling. It's all fun and games until someone else gets hurt. And I believe that's possibly Captain Whitehawk. It's what it looks like. You may play this card when another player would make you lose Fortitude. The damage is redirected to a different player of your choice, not the player who attacked you. If there's only one other player in the game, ignore the action, sometimes or anytime card that affects your fortitude. 2 copies of a drop of Uncle Fenric's special stuff. Add 1 alcohol content to a drink. No Dolly. I don't think it was very nice either. I'm not sure who the long-haired guy is either, off the top of my head. Ignore an action, sometimes or anytime card that affects your fortitude, alcohol content, or gold. The player who played the card gains a mind hex. You may not use this to ignore a round of gambling. 2 copies of, I think this stuff might be more effective as Blade Poison. Ignore a drink. What's up your sleeve? And there's Zot. Take control of a round of gambling. Pick another player and force them to lead a round of gambling. It's a redhead. I have to look at, see all the characters, see that one is. No, I'm winning, honestly. Take control of a round of gambling. Pick another player. They gain a mind hex. And, oops, you dropped your cards. And that could be, Wizgizzle. Take control of a round of gambling. Pick another player. They gain a pain curse. Yes, basically a lot of her stuff is fairly nothing super special, but it's all about handing out them curses, which are going to make everything more punishing or less harmful to you. Also, she has a lot of cheating cards and gambling cards, much like Fenric did, so it must be a troll thing. Yes, it's definitely interesting for her. Nothing, again, like, overtly super spectacular about her actual deck. Just trying to see if I can grab my box here and see if I can figure out who them other characters were. So this white-haired one here, just pictured here, that could be, yep, that's probably Deirdre from the base set. And the redhead is probably Gertie. Right there, Gertie from the base set as well. And then that guy with the red that we had early on, I couldn't figure out. Let's see if I can find him again. He's right there in the front. That is Fleck the Bard. So I think a lot of these guys go through the first couple of sets. So then the one ogre that we couldn't figure out, right there, that is Serena the Pious from set number 3. Because we had Captain Whitehawk as well. So I don't think we had anything beyond set number some from 4. So the only other one would have been that redhead there. So I'm not entirely sure who that's supposed to be. That is, it's a very, oh, that is Aaron the Ever-Changing. That's the druid, that's one of the single characters. It's probably like whoever was out at the time the game came out. I think that was all the different ones. Yeah, because I think that is supposed to be, yep, that is Fiona. I'm just double checking by looking at some of the pictures. So I think that's all of the other ones that we had there. Because there's Gimli and Gog, and maybe that yellow one, I'm not for sure, and who that one is off the top of my head. Otherwise, I think we had them all named. Yes, that's kind of fun. Alright, that was just, I just wanted to see who all those guys were. Alright, so yeah, it says just about every. It'd be kind of neat, like, if they made a second version of her, or like a reprinting of her with, maybe like, because I was up through set 4, so you could do 5 through 8. And maybe some of the other allies, that'd be kind of fun too, or maybe not the villain characters, but skip set number 6 at the villain and do more of the solo characters. That'd be kind of a neat alt art deck, just with all the other characters. Alright, that's all we have for Witchdoctor Natyli. Such a fun little gimmick with her tokens. Fairly easy to play, I believe, because they just put on, everyone gets a little reminder thing. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Bye.